county jail, the DA came to visit me, and my attorney came, and he told
Imagine a state where justice is not blind, but rather she wears a blindfold. Corrupted by greed and power, a state where a very institution that's meant to uphold the law has tainted by the root of corruption. Welcome to Texas, a state where the parole board and other aspects of the judicial system have become a breeding ground for dishonesty and injustice. Today, I share the shocking truth about the Texas judicial system with a particular focus on the parole board. Corruption is a cancer that can spread throughout an organization, and unfortunately, it seems to have taken root in our judicial system. As American author John Grusam once said, in theory, there is no difference between theory and practice. In practice, there is. We can discuss justice and fairness all day, but when we look at the reality of our judicial system, we see a different story. Texas has been overrun with corruption. Did you know that for decades, over 60% of the parole hearings in Texas have resulted in a denial? You wonder why? Let's look at this. I'm asking corruption in Texas. First, we look at how the Texas judicial system is set up. And then we look at the court appointed attorneys, your public defenders that goes on to become assistant DAs and then district attorneys, and then they become judges on the parole board and judges on the parole the board of appeal. I'm sorry, the board of appeal, and then you get blocked out of the system. The inmates, the prisoners get blocked out of the system. They have no opportunity to offend because guess what? The people that put them there are the same people that are making the decision to set them free. So of course they are not getting a fair chance. Let me tell you this story. So let's highlight the injustice faced by individuals with the parole system. Meet Sarah. She was convicted of a nonviolent drug offense and served her time, determined to turn her life around. Despite successful completed rehabilitation programs and demonstrating her commitment to redemption, Sarah's sincere efforts were met with rejection by the parole board. Why? Because they don't believe in rehabilitation. How can you expect individuals to reintegrate into society that is denying them the opportunity for a fresh start? Unfortunately, Sarah's story is not an isolated incident. According to a report by the Texas Criminal Justice Coalition, the parole board has been shown to favor denial over release, even for low risk offenders. This raises concern about the board's bias, their failures in upholding the principle of rehabilitation. Known fact. Blocking out the numbers. Who have authorized them to block out the numbers on the timesheet so the individuals can't see what people are doing and monitor? It's all about transparency. And that's what we talk about. That's what we talked about. Transparency. We talked about restoring honesty and integrity within the community and accountability. It's time for the state elected officials in Texas to be held accountable for the decades of corruption. Even according to studies conducted by the University of Texas, the Texas Parole Board has been found to have significant disparity in decision making process. Factors have such as race, social economic status, geographic locations have been shown to influence outcomes of parole hearings, further highlighting the system's inequalities.